think whoever saved Morgan really doesn't like Virginia.
My money's still on Dakota.
So I feel like Dakota saved Morgan.
Dakota saved Morgan.
She's obviously not alone. I think she has somebody helping her.
With the help of the very dead Cameron.
I think we caught a few little clues in this past episode.
We think she helped Morgan to spite Virginia.
And also really wanted to stay unidentified at the time.
Or the CRM, I thought Isabel possibly...
It's definitely somebody who is not somebody we know so far.
It could be somebody from the death cult we've been hearing about all this season.
Somebody from the new mystery group, because obviously they're trying to do as much damage as they can from the outside.
Also thinking it could have been Kalutaka Walker from season 3, because we haven't seen him since the season finale.
The tagline for the season 6 teaser was "Who will rise from the ashes?"
Oh, it's Madison.
There's one character in particular that fits that bill, and
No.
that is Madison.
I'm strongly pushing towards Madison Clark.
Morgan was hopefully saved by Madison.
I strongly and hopefully believe that it was Madison who saved Morgan.
I know I'm gonna never hear the end of this
No.
from David at Squawking Dead,
No.
but I think it's Madison.
No more Madison.
I see a lot of Madison Clark inside Alicia.
It would be one hell of a comeback, let's be honest.
I mean, Fear the Walking Dead always throws surprises, so...
It probably wasn't her, but it would be nice to see her again.
Putting these tricks in there to try and fool us, so...
That's what I think.
I'm not entirely sure.
That's something I've been struggling with the entire season with.
Because I'm not sure.
On one hand, you see Dakota, who is clearly going against her sister.
I do trust Virginia's sister Dakota as of right now.
Yes, I do feel like we can trust Dakota.
I do trust Dakota.
Dakota was a little sketchy at first, but I do trust her.
We don't get a lot of signals that we can't trust her.
She seems genuinely against her sister. She just wants to get out.
I feel like Dakota herself is just trying to get away from Virginia and her influence.
She appears to be an ally to the group, and
I know it sounds crazy, but she had every opportunity to turn on them.
She's just scared.
And she didn't. So it proves that she can be trusted.
I don't blame her. I mean, Virginia killed her parents.
I don't think we have the full story on are the parents.
I mean, you hear that Virginia killed her parents.
If Virginia killed the parents because the parents were a realistic threat to Dakota, then Dakota would know why.
But if they're sisters, wouldn't they have the same parents?
So the fact that she says Virginia killed them and she doesn't know why raises a couple of question marks for me.
Heather, on the other side, you have to remind yourself that is her sister. Could
I think she's more of a in line with Ginny.
be some sort of game that they're playing together to kind of get into the heads of our group.
We do not trust Dakota, and no one should.
Not as far as I can throw her.
I think at this rate, we have enough evidence to say that we probably shouldn't.
No, I don't.
It used to be that, oh, we thought she was a little psycho.
She has given off some serious psychopath vibes.
Why or why not? I don't really have a reason why.
There's no real good motivations for her to leave.
Something in my guts, even though I do believe she saved Morgan, something in my guts are still telling me don't trust her.
The one line where she says, you don't know the half of it to Strand when he mentions a font of sisterly love.
And that is why we now refer to her as Psychota.
I'd say my trust for Dakota would be 50-50.
I'm leaning towards trusting her, but I'm not really sure.
But you never know as well because there's so many surprises.
The music, the vinyl that Ed played, I'm such a sucker for vinyl, and it was such a beautiful contrast between the happy music in the preserved interior of his house and the dramatic music when he lured his scary creations back from the outside world.
Virginia approached Strand and said, "What side are you on?" I thought that was really powerful, so I'm excited to see what happens with Strand and if he resorts to his previous ways.
When Strand and Alicia were having a standoff, And he said, "Do you really want to do this?" And she responded with, "Do you?"
When he asked her, "Do you really want to do this?" and she said, "Do you?"
That Morgan was saying to Alicia that someone saved me, but I'm still trying to figure out that part.
My favorite line so far actually goes to Ed.
I don't suppose either of you two play chess, do you?
And he says, "Whatever you think you're going to do, don't. You think you need to do it in order to protect yourself, but you don't. It's only going to make things worse."
That had huge significance to the episode, because Alicia was trying to use Dakota as a pawn in a big chess game.
Charlie and Alicia, when she's talking about whether or not she was going to trade Dakota in for their safety, and then she mentioned, of course, she wanted to go back to the stadium.
That Alicia said to Charlie, "I've got a safe place, and it's a stadium."
It sort of echoes what Madison says to Alicia, about how she doesn't really need the diamond anymore. A little callback, and it really hit me really hard, and his lines just keep growing on me.
Ed is explaining to Alicia what he injected her with, and that it's used to tranquilize animals, and she snaps back at him, "Not making things better!"
And Grace says, "Where are we going?" Just because I'm so happy to see her back.
Favorite line is when Alicia is getting ready to leave the taxidermist house with Charlie and Dakota, and Morgan says, "Everything I've done so we can all be back together, and it doesn't work if it's not all of us."
And Dakota when she saw Morgan, she's like, "Why are you wearing Emil's clothing?" And Morgan, of course, said, "Well, your sister sent him after me. It didn't go well for him."
This was so good to have the real Morgan Jones back.
That made me chuckle.
That made me laugh pretty hard. Who will he go after first?
Strand is a businessman. The one thing he cares about is survival.
Knowing Strand, whoever he can.
I feel like he would go against somebody he can manipulate, somebody who he believes is a means to an end.
I'm gonna go after Alicia. I think he feels betrayed by her.
As to who Strand is going to go after first would be June, because they know where she is.
Whoever comes to him first.
Maybe Hill, maybe John Dory.
I think he's going to try and find John.
What I think his next victim would be Daniel.
I believe that they're going to go for Daniel first.
Will probably be Daniel Salazar.
Strand was watching Daniel in episode 2 when he was talking to Morgan.
I don't think he'll give as much of a fight in sort of this Negan-style lineup that they have going on.
Tim and Daniel have quite the incredible task.
I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are all happy, healthy, and safe with your friends and family. Of course, I hope everyone enjoys it. Happy Thanksgiving.
I'm tainted meat.